Hi, I'm Carol Steele. I was born November 26, 1932 to Dorothea Marie Olson and Hiram Delwyn Steele. There never was a more wonderful mother and dad. They had so much love, patience, warmth, and kindness. We all knew we were loved right from the start. I have always felt so blessed and loved to have such great and loving parents. I had a 2-year-old sister named Donna and we were best friends. I was told that when I was just a tiny baby, I got phenomena and almost died. Because of many prayers in my behalf, I got better. It was 2 weeks before Christmas. Mama sat in Dr. Becksted's office. The doctor handed her a 6-pound 9-ounce baby girl and said, "I'm afraid she has pneumonia." Mama took me home. As she rocked me in her arms, she pushed back the black hair from my forehead and kissed my little round face and prayed, "Please don't take this precious little baby away. You just sent her 3 weeks ago." After many sleepless nights and a lot of tender loving care, Mama's prayers were answered. I was as good as new again. I want to tell you about my wonderful mom and dad. I have the most wonderful mom and dad in the whole world. Everybody just really loved my mom. She'd go shopping and have to stay for about 3 or 4 hours because she would have to stop and talk to everybody in town. Everybody she passed were her friends, so she had to stop and talk with them. Everybody loved her. She was a wonderful, wonderful mother. When I was 1.5 years, my mother was going to have a baby. She was having trouble with her pregnancy. She was threatening a miscarriage. Dr. Alleroy put her right down in bed. He prescribed morphine for her pain. Somehow I got hold of her pain pills. When she looked at me, she saw me just a shuddering. Dad had gone to work, so she immediately sent for Grandma Olson. This was because she wasn't able to get out of bed. Grandma Olson rushed me to the doctor. The doctor gave me enemas with coffee. He told her, "Whatever you do, don't let her go to sleep." Grandma put me in the stroller. She took me for a walk downtown to try to keep me awake. She said that everybody was trying to help her. The lady in the ice cream parlor brought me an ice cream cone. Some of the store owners were bringing out toys. Everybody around was trying to keep me awake. I finally passed the crisis and got the medicine out of my system and we went home. I was all right, but with all the worry and everything, it was too much for Mama. She lost the baby. It would have been between Bob and me. The doctor said that it was a miracle that I made it. I remember my mom telling me that I learned to talk real young. I was also so tiny that everyone thought I was so smart, and made a big fuss over me. When I was only 2 years old, we went to the fish hatchery in Springville for an outing. We had a really good time at the fish hatchery. We ran around and looked at the fish and had a picnic. We really had a good time and we were going out to the car. Everybody said that I hardly ever just walked. I always ran or skipped everywhere I went. I took off running and run right out in front of a car. This was right on the main highway. Dad ran right out in front of the car right with me and grabbed me. Mama said that the car was just inches away from us. She said that she thought both of us were going to be killed. It was a miracle that we both weren't. What a courageous father. That is just one example of how much my dad loved me and how good he was to me. When I was born, I had a lot of dark hair and a cute little round face. But as I grew, my hair turned blonde and grew quite long. I was tiny and I learned to walk at 9 months old. I wore size 00 shoes and I still have them. They are so tiny. My mom and dad were just wonderful. Mom had more patience than anybody in the world. She was the nicest, sweetest, most wonderful mother that could ever be. When I was born, I had a big sister named Donna. That was 2 years older than me. We were very close although our lives. Mama was a real good seamstress. She dressed me and Donna in cute little dresses that she made. One woman said that we looked just like little butterflies fluttering around because of the cute little dresses we had. She kept us always looking really cute. When I was 3, my mom had another baby and we named him Robert LeVar. We called him Bobby. Until he got older, then it changed to Bob. I remember that I sure loved having a baby brother. The thing that sticks out in my mind about Bob is that he was just a trapper. He went trapping with my dad all the time. Dad couldn't wait to get a boy, and when he got Bob, he took him everywhere with him. I remember him having a BB gun with him all the time. He was usually barefooted running around with his dog Scout. One day we had a skunk around the house and Bob decided to catch it. He set traps all around waiting to trap it. The skunk somehow got in the house and Mama called, "Del, there's a skunk in here." Daddy got his gun and went in the back room and he shot it right in the house. Mama and Kathy moved over to Grandma's and stayed until the stink got out of the house because they couldn't stand the smell of it. The boys had to stay there and weather it out until the skunk smell got out of the house. It was quite a mess. That was after Donna and I had left home. 2 years later, Mama had another little boy that we named Delwyn Keith, and we called him Keith. I remember 2 different times when we were on our trap lines. We had bonfires and Keith fell in. Both times we had to rush him down to the hospital and have the doctor fix him up. It was when he was little tiny and just learning to walk. And the second time he was about 3 years old.